Welcome to the Business Spotlight, powered by Payrock, where we shine the light on incredible people that make our community thrive. Today in the studio we have John Harcourt. Him and his wife Brandy own Box Drop Casper Furniture and Mattress over on the east side. We're going to get into what Box Drop Casper is and why they got into this franchise. So John, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So tell us, when did you open Box Drop Casper?
We opened it last year, January. It was a slow start, but we got her going and just going.
All right. So a year ago. So for people that haven't been out to Box Drop Casper, what do you do out there, and what do you sell, and what is Box Drop?
Close out furniture and mattress. It's all overstock. It's cheaper than retail. It's all brand new. It's take it home today. We don't. If you want to order something, we can, but we usually just sell it right off the floor. It's all clearance center prices. And
Got it. So is it like factory seconds or defects?
Nope, no defects. No, it all has 1 year factory warranty. Mattresses have warranties. All that stuff. It's all
right.
brand new.
So brand new and excellent condition. It's just not retail prices.
Yep.
So where do you source your products? Are they from the manufacturers or?
Well, I work for a national distributor clearing out overstock inventory, and they have that actual contracts with all the furnitures, like Ashley, Steve Silver, Emerald, just to name a few. There's a bunch of them, but yeah, I work for them basically, and they just line me up with overstock, and we liquidate it. If it sits there longer than 2 weeks, we knock the price down and get it out the door.
All right. So if you're looking for good quality furniture, but not the retail prices, the big box prices, they need to come and talk to you and Brandon.
Yes,
that's
for sure.
That's the bottom line. So what drew you into opening a franchise or getting into business altogether? Because have you always been in business for yourself?
I haven't always been in business for myself. I have had other businesses. I actually had a trucking company once that it didn't work out, but I worked the oil patch for 13 years, 14 years, something like that, and was just sick of working for everybody else. My family, even all the way back to my grandpa, was entrepreneur, so
all right.
It's in the blood.
Yep, it is. And we learn from our mistakes too. Or not mistakes, but we learn from other ventures that might not be as successful, yes. And so it's not always failures. I don't see it like that. I see it's a learning process, and you learn, and you're probably not doing the same things you did before.
Yes, yes. So it's definitely a learning process.
That's great. So what is the process of getting into a franchise? You obviously chose Box Drop because it has one of the better franchises out there. Why did you choose it? Because of their inventory? Because of the network?
A lot of different things, actually. The networking part of it is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, I have coaches, I have people that back me. If I ever have any questions, I call, email. Any discrepancies in anything, I can call and get verification of what I need to do or how to take care of a situation or anything like that. That was one of the biggest things really with Box Drop is the coaching and the teaching, and we do so much. Or there's only 1,500 of us around the United States so far, and we come together probably 3 times a year as a big group and share our successes and failures and stuff like that and learn from each other. So that was one of the really big parts of it. And getting into their inventory with the name brands, with the quality and stuff like that, it makes it easier for an entrepreneur to be successful because they have quality products for a decent price, and then you can turn it over to your customer the same way, and they get savings. So it was a no-brainer.
It's a win-win. Obviously, you have a great network of people to work with, and then the prices are just unbeatable. Because if you
there is a few things, like the smaller products that are, end tables and stuff like that. Some of that stuff, really, we just have it for everybody to, if they looking to fill their living room, a lot of that smaller stuff we really don't make a whole lot of money on. We just have it there for everybody to have a what do you call it?
Like an accessory to
accessories
to
your couches
right.
and beds and all that stuff. So it's a pretty good deal.
So it's been a good ride for the past year. You've been happy.
Yeah. It was a slow start for sure, and any business is going to be a slow start. And it's all about what you want to put into it. If you're going to put your all into it, it's going to go faster. It's going to, it is really about yourself and your motivation. And,
right.
And
absolutely.
If you put yourself in there and work hard, it's a no-brainer. It's going to work out. You see 1,500 other people doing it across the country, and they've been doing it some of them been doing it for 20 years. You just don't hear about Box Drop because they were a slow start themselves.
Right. So you've been doing it. You've been in business for this past year and 3 months. Do you have any unexpected challenges that you faced? That things that you didn't think were going to work out the way they did? Things that you can share of learning experiences over the past year?
Yeah, I have. Like ordering things and making sure you have them there on time, and your store doesn't get empty and stuff like that. That's a big thing because you're ordering from one person, but they're getting it from multiple different companies throughout the United States and sometimes even across seas. But it's just hard when the product shows up to be able to time it, because you don't really know your customer base at first, so it's hard to get a grasp on that and know, hey, we got so many people coming in this month that are going to need furniture and mattresses, and you got to be just right on top of it to make sure that you're not an empty store when they show up.
Right. That's one thing I notice is every time I go in there, it's like a brand new showroom because there are new products and new things, and you sold the things that were there last time I was there a few weeks prior, and so the things are always turning. So I can imagine it's a challenge to make sure you have things always available and always ready to be sold.
Yep. And and the people, like it's great because like you have customers come in and you can watch them leave with a smile on your face because they knew they saved money and they're just happy. And then that hearsay and talking to other people and has been amazing. Like your customers are everything.
Right, absolutely. So what is the typical customer? Is it just anyone that wants to buy furniture, or have you noticed a specific trend in who comes into your shop?
There is not really a trend. I don't. I get, young people, middle-aged, older. It all depends. They're all looking for different stuff, and they have different wants and stuff like that. And you only have so much showroom, so you gotta.
Right.
But you got to try to accommodate everybody. So.
Right. You have a big showroom, and then you just recently acquire upstairs, so you've doubled your showroom space.
Yep. We got about 1,300 square feet so far, and then I just also got a storage unit too to put inventory in, 26 by 60 pole barn style to help keep up on the inventory.
Right. Because nothing worse to not have the piece that they're looking for. If they're looking for a piece with a couch with an ottoman, or to not have it is always the worst. So
yeah, for sure it is. It doesn't. And a lot of my customers are great because they've been there and they've purchased from me, so they know that they're getting the savings. So sometimes they'll wait a month or two, to watch my inventory change, and they know that something different's going to be there. Right.
That's great. So what sets you apart? What's different about Box Drop compared to maybe the big box brands or the big name stores here in town? What's different about you guys?
The biggest is the price and the ability for me to help you get into something that you like, I guess, is and I can bundle things together. So, like, if you move into a house and you've come all the way across the country and they have nothing. People have nothing. They come to Wyoming and search for jobs with energy, and stuff like that. So they come with nothing, and I'm their means of filling their house with beds and furniture and at a decent price, and bundle it all together and watch them walk away happy.
Right. I'm sure that's a rewarding experience.
It is, and in my ability to be able to help, like, there's a lot of times where there's people that, older people that are on fixed incomes and stuff like that. So I have the ability to help people out and make them be able to afford something that's not used or beat up or anything like that. So
the criteria is if they're looking for new, good quality furniture at a discount. That's the criteria to come into Box Drop. It's true. 2.5 years ago when we moved here, I asked the question, where can we get good, affordable furniture? And everyone said Denver. You had to drive down to Denver.
Yeah, and so the warehouse down there or something like that.
So to have something local here that's affordable, that the prices that can't be beat, and top quality furniture that's not used, because sometimes used is not a terrible thing, but sometimes you want new furniture as well. Because, so to be able to find that here locally is just great. And do people drive in from other parts of Wyoming to come here?
Oh, I get people from all over. I have people from Nebraska. I have people from South Dakota, Montana. They in their good customers, like, they come and they'll wait for the stuff to show up that they like, or they'll work with me, or they'll call me and say, "Hey, John, in 2 weeks I'll be over there in Casper," and it might be 9:00 at night, but I know they come all the way from South Dakota or something, so I'm going to meet them there at 9:00 at night and make sure that they get what they need.
Right. Wow. So 9:00 at night, you'll meet them at the store or someplace?
I've met people at 3:00 in the morning because they work night shift and they sleep during the day, and so I try to accommodate everybody.
That's a level of customer service that you might not find anywhere else. Not even in Denver.
That's what I pride myself on, really. I try to the customer service part of owning a business is everything, I think.
Absolutely. No, I would agree with that. And that's what, when you read the reviews on Facebook and things like that, is that everyone says, go talk to Brandy and John. They're great people, and looks like you're making friends across Wyoming, and I think that's key for long-term business and success, because they see you as not just another salesman that wants to sell a piece of furniture, but someone that will help them out and be there at 9 p.m. at night. So that's really great. Do you think that furniture in general is going in that direction of discount furniture, or do you think you have a unique thing here with Box Drop?
Well, I think it's a unique thing. I don't know how it's going to pan out in the future, and that's hard to be an entrepreneur and predict the future. You can't. But I feel like it's a no-brainer right now, and if you build your clientele and you have the best customer service you possibly can, it's going to work out for you, because it's not all about the product. The customer service and being owned by locals, not just somebody from wherever, makes a huge difference. Like 100%. People will come, even though our prices are cheaper, people would come and stick with you knowing that you have great customer service, and they'd be willing to even pay a little more sometimes to have that quality, and especially since we come to your house, we bring the stuff in, we'll set it up in your house, bedroom sets and stuff like that. We'll bring it right in there and set it up, and that means a lot to people, that especially older people that aren't as mobile as
Right. As
us.
they would like to be, or as
Yeah.
us, for sure, absolutely. I mentioned that it was a discount furniture, but the only thing discount about it is the price. I mean, it's still top quality furniture, obviously top quality customer service if you're going to be there at 9 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's only the price that's discounted. It's not seconds. It's not factory defects. There's no discounted quality.
I do, like, I get a few products that come in that shipped and they might have a scratch or a dent or something like that, but we'll clearance that even further than we're already discounting things, So
Right.
it's all brand new,
Mhm.
good quality, name brand. It's really a great
Right.
thing.
So what's the process? Like if a customer wants to buy some furniture from you, I think for a period of time you were by appointment only. That's a thing of the past. Is that correct?
Well, it's not a thing of the past, because like Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, I'll deliver all over the state. So I do appointments them days, because I might be in Rollins one day and in Riverton the next, and
Right.
if somebody needs a mattress, I would still come and give them that service, whatever they needed. I just might have to be like, hey, it's 2 hours from now. I'll be back from Riverton, and I can meet you then. And a lot of customers are great, and they'll
Okay.
be like, yeah, for sure, I'll be there in 2 hours.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or they should give you a call.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just give me a call or shoot me a text or message me on Facebook, and I'll still meet you. It's just a little different because I'm delivering all over the place. I mean, we go
Right.
to Worland, Sheridan, Gillette. I mean, we've been all
Right.
over the place. I've been to Cheyenne, Laramie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of them trips take a little while. So.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. So that's the perks of working with a local family-run business, is that you have to work with the schedule. But on the flip side, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're there a set period of time. Is that
Yep.
right? You have normal hours.
Wednesday, Thursday, 10 to 5, and Friday, Saturday, 10 to 6, and them hours are just open hours. I mean, if you needed later or if you needed me there earlier because you had something going on, just give a call, and
Right.
I'd meet you there before or after.
All right. So you have regular office hour, business hours, but you're obviously open to meeting people outside of those hours, which is amazing. And not a lot of businesses are able to do that for different reasons, but you're going out of your way to help people, which is great. What's the process like to buy furniture? You walk into the store, you find something you like, and then what? Is it?
Well, I don't have prices on anything, which deters some people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a retail store. I'm a liquidator. So I bundle. I do, give deals. If, I feel good that day, then I might give you a better deal. I don't know. It just,
Right.
But it's all about talking and developing a relationship with your customer. And I feel like coming and saying, hey, that's $300, and then walking away is, it's. I actually sit there and I talk to my customers and see how they feel, see what they're looking for, try to accommodate
Mm-hmm.
all they're looking for, so
Right.
that, and today may not be the day that I have the thing that they want, but I take that into consideration every time I order. So.
Right. And I think you can't go wrong if you focus on relationships. I mean, I've said it several times. I think that if you want sustainable, long-term success here in Casper, you have to focus on relationships. You can't just be a transactional thing. Obviously, the price is important. It's not like it's not important, but if the top priority is taking care of people and building those relationships, then they'll be back the day you have the piece they want, or when they need to upgrade or downsize, they'll be back.
Or even that relationship, I mean, it runs into their kids. Like,
Mm.
you do a great job for the folks or the grandparents, and then they're going to say something to their kids or grandkids or whatever, and next thing you know, they're there too.
Right. So they find the piece they want. Do you have financing options as well?
Yep, we do have financing options. We have delivery. We have 0 interest options. But I mean, that's all up to you. We don't try not to pressure people into financing anything.
Right.
I know exactly how people feel, and it's great if you can hit that 100 days and they don't have any interest. But there's a lot of people that, they can't meet that, and so I don't try to pressure people into it, because really once you get past that 100 days, they charge you quite a bit of interest. So it's I take people's feelings into consideration and try not to pressure into
Right.
anything that they don't want to do. That's part of shopping at Box Drop, is there's no pressure. I don't expect you to buy something today. A lot of people come in and they look over inventory, and they're a wife or a husband, and they're just swinging in to check it out because they haven't been there, but next thing you know, 2 months from now, they're really looking for furniture, and they're back, and
Right.
we give them a great deal.
Right, absolutely. And one thing I noticed when I was there, I think last time or the time before that, you were telling that you deliver as well, and
Yep.
you can have it delivered in their home that evening at like 7 p.m. And
Yep.
for them to imagine buying a piece of furniture and having it delivered the same day helps them as well visualize that this new piece of furniture is going to be in their living room that night.
Yep, and it's great because that they feel like there's a lot of I don't know. They get excited when they buy furniture, and they want it as quick as possible, and they only have a car, and so we definitely bought truck and trailer, and we take care of everybody the best we can, and a lot of people will buy something they see today, and they're working on their basement, and it won't be done for a month, so I'll throw it in the back. I don't charge to hold anything, so it's just
All right.
like I have a few couches back there that's been back there for a month, but they're paid for, and the people will grab them when they want, or call me and I'll bring them over.
Right. What are their typical feedback that you get? What are people typically saying? The customers that buy from you. Do you see things on Facebook that are written, or people things that people tell you? What kind of feedback do you get?
I get a little of both. I get some Facebook and some people telling me that we do great and we have awesome customer service, and when we've came to their house, we respect people's home. We're not that mover that comes in and bangs your walls up and stuff like that. So it's, if somebody asks us to take our shoes off, we're going to take our shoes off, and that goes a long ways with people that in the store, when they're buying something and they hear that stuff or anything, it's all about the customer service.
Right. Absolutely. What about entrepreneurs or businesses that want to get into business? You've been doing this for almost a year and a half now. Do you have any advice you'd give to a young entrepreneur that wants to get into maybe a franchise or maybe just in business for himself? Anything that you've learned along the way that you would say these are qualities you need to be a successful business owner here in Casper?
Customer service all the way. You're going to beat everybody if you have amazing, great customer service. That's top on the priority. But also, being an entrepreneur, it's not easy. It's not easy by any means. When you jump in with both feet, and you got to put all of it in there. And in the end game, I would like to be able to, relax eventually and spend more time with my family. But at the beginning, it's hard. It's a struggle. You gotta be there. You gotta have that customer service, and it means everything to the business, because you'll see it in your end game. Everybody thinks, I would love to be a business owner and work for myself and have my own hours and do whatever. It's not that easy. You gotta accommodate a lot of people and keep up on everything. And don't get me wrong, I love it because it's my own business. It's my own stress.
Right.
Working for somebody else, it's their stress and you're stressed about it, and it's not the same. But
right.
I I've done it. My parents have done it. My grandparents have done it, and they've all been pretty successful so far. And yeah, I did fail at one business before this, but it was a learning process, and it's made me better in this stage of my life and in this business.
I'm sure. I think working for yourself is one of those things where people say that they don't want to work for the man, or they don't want to work the 9 to 5 shift, and they don't want to work their 40 hours a week. But it's working for yourself, having your own business is one of those things where you aspire to have your own job or your own business where you're going to work more than 40 hours a week and much more than 9 to 5 every day. So we want to get out of that rat race, get into something that does take time and energy and a lot more than a lot of people expect. That's for sure.
But it's for yourself. You just got to put that in the back of your mind, and whenever it comes to that day where you're thinking, man, today is a hard day, you hit it as hard as you can and you bust through whatever issues you have that day and hit them straight on. Don't wait to tackle them or nothing like that. Just hit them straight on and get it taken care of, whatever it may be, and just in the back of your mind, always remember you're doing it for yourself and your family, and
right.
That's all you can do. Really.
Absolutely. Well, that's really good advice. It was really good advice. So, John, thank you for joining us today on this Business Spotlight. If you haven't been down there to meet John or Brandy, his wife, head on down there. They're over on Plaza. Is that right? On Plaza?
Triangle Plaza.
Triangle Plaza on the
across
east,
from Home Depot.
On the east side, across from Home Depot. So thanks for joining us, and thank you for joining us on this Business Spotlight this week. Make sure to like and subscribe and share this podcast, and we'll be back in a couple weeks. Thank you.